Evening.
Good evening.
What is
How
up?
are you?
Groovy.
I love seeing your faces.
Well, thank you.
Ain't
So
much
for
to do
for
today.
everybody that doesn't know, these are two of my big brothers from another mother. Waiting for the third to come in, but this is my para fam. I mean, they are just amazing men, and they got my back, and I got their back,
You got that
and
right.
I feel pretty damn lucky. So to have you guys in my corner and to support and love me, and you know what I mean. I love you guys too. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, that's what
Thank you.
Parafam's all about.
Yeah, I really definitely feel like I found a home. This is my home. You know, for sure. You guys are great. You guys work hard. You really, really do a lot for us. As far as everybody that's podcasting and a part of it on the outside of it, like the business part of it, you guys are really working so hard. And I mean, honestly, you could be literally giving us grief, like, what the F are you guys doing? You know what I mean? Like, but you guys are just going and you guys are keeping us updated. And I offer to help. I know we're all very busy. Everybody's busy, but I offer to help out as much as I can, and I can do what I can do. But with that being said, we have a lot of things going on. You know what
God,
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of it we ain't even put out to the public yet.
Right, right. So we'll talk about what we can talk about, but just real quick for my viewers that don't know who you guys are, just introduce yourselves, where you're from, and like I guess basically what you do in the paranormal community, but also what you do within the organization of the Parafam and Stellar and all that stuff.
All right. So my name is Robert Humphreys. I am one of the co-founders of PD Region Paranormal LLC out of North Carolina. I'm also the COO, Chief Operation Officer for Parafam Entertainment and Parafam Studios, and I am co-owner of Stellar Paranormal Events. And my day-to-day role is to make sure that everything is rolling daily. That is my position as operations officer. I'm in charge of watching all the podcasts, making sure all the content is clean and legit. Nobody's throwing fake stuff out there. Make sure that everybody has what they need as far as assets and videos from the studio side. Keeping up with the people signing up for Stellar Paranormal Events and relaying that information to Taryn, which is our administrator, and keeping Brian and Eldon in the loop of day-to-day operations.
Yes. And I mean, you really do. You like we're we're all kept in the loop. The people that are really, the core of it or whatever. You guys really keep us updated, and I've missed meetings because of life events. You know what I mean? So that's not your fault. That's my fault, which is why we're having a meeting after our
That's
podcast,
it. That's
so that I can get caught up because I have missed, a couple meetings, and I need the information, like thriving for it. So, anyways, I didn't mean to interrupt,
Oh, you're good.
but Brian.
Oh,
Oh, no,
yeah.
you're not done, Robert. Are you? Do you still got to go? You still
Oh
have?
no, I pretty much summed it up.
Okay.
I'm Brian Horton, the other co-founder of PD Region Paranormal. I am the Parafam CAO. I am Stellar CAO. Studios, same thing. And I'm the mastermind behind the Parafam. And I'm here to keep everybody straight.
Yes.
So just to break down Brian's role for y'all, he is Chief Administrative Officer, which means he is over all administration. Anything that happens, any decisions that we make, any new things that we come up with has to go through Brian for approval.
Right. That's a big outfit to wear, Bri.
Yeah, it is. I try to stay focused and do what I got to do.
Yeah. I mean, it's something like that's tough today, especially right now. I feel like there's so much animosity around, and people getting their feelings hurt, and ideas are getting taken, and stuff like this and that. And when I say taken, I mean, obviously people are going to do their, somebody started a podcast. What somebody did their very first podcast, and then look where we're at now with podcasts. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
obviously things are going to be duplicated,
Oh, yeah.
um, but it's all about timing. It's all about, okay, use the idea, but maybe change it up a little bit, do something different with it, try to add some originality in there, you know what I mean? And so, having to make decisions and tell people yes, no, and trying to uh be open-minded, but as well as cautious, because how we met by somebody that was deceitful,
Yep.
and that never leaves you. You know what I mean? So in a way, I'm thankful that he was what he was. You know what I mean? Because number one, it made me a little bit more aware
Yeah.
of people,
It makes you really cautious.
and it brought me to you guys.
Yeah. That's another thing I love about Parafam, because even though, yeah, me, Brian, and Eldon have the three final says, it don't work that way. We always go to the family, whether it's in the Parafam chat or administrative chat or whatever, and we throw it out there and we get everybody's take on it, because y'all might see an aspect of it that we're not even paying attention to. So
Right.
everybody's opinion is valuable when you're trying to run an organization. And it's like me and Eldon always say, PD Region Paranormal, yes, that is a paranormal company. That they deal with paranormal. Parafam is not. Parafam is a business. It's not a paranormal team. It's not a paranormal organization. It is a business. It is for broadcasting entertainment in the paranormal field. Just like studios, it's a business. It is putting art assets and videos and logos to supply the people in the paranormal field. It's a business. It's not a paranormal team. We
Right.
have our paranormal team, which is, like I said, PD Region Paranormal. Eldon has Mackinville Paranormal. You have Paranormal Brew, and you do your own things as Paranormal Brew, other than podcasts. You go out and investigate and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Parafam has no rights to that. We have no ownership of any of that. The
Right.
only thing that we have rights to is Taryn. We want to make sure that Taryn has what she needs to make it. We want to make sure that Taryn knows that she's got a bunch of bulls behind her back that's ready to fire at any time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what
The
Parafam
truth.
is for.
And that is the truth. 100%. I I I wish I could, make people feel that, like, to be supported by people that no matter what, because, each other that well, you know, um, no matter what is going to be there for you, and you'll be there for them. Like, that's such a good feeling to have,
That's it.
and,
And it
and
goes further. It goes further than paranormal. That's what I try to tell people when it comes to Parafam. If I'm having a bad day and I need somebody to vent to, I can go to Parafam chat and bam, I can vent right there, and everybody's giving me their opinions. Everybody's there to help, lead, discourage you, whatever the case may be. They're going to give you their honest opinion, and that's one thing I love about Brian. If you go to Brian and you ask Brian for his opinion, don't be scared at what you're fixing to receive, because you're going to get his honest opinion, whether it's good or bad.
Right, and that's how it should be, and see, and that's how things like this work. You need to find it's not just about being like-minded and having the same goals. It's like you have to have the same acceptance and also, um acceptance and also open-minded to constructive criticism and a knowing that no matter what, like what is being discussed, said, whatever, it's out of love, and at the end of the day, I don't even know where the hell I was going with that. I was going to say something. I had a really good point.
I kind of know where you were going. At the end of the day, pretty much, it's not about us as individuals. It's about us as a family. And as a family, if one person is having an issue, we're all having an issue.
Yeah.
So we're going to band together no matter what the case may be. I mean, whether it's your personal life, your paranormal life, your team, your LLCs, or any issue you may have, we're here for it. That's what the family's for. What's up, Eldon?
Hey, Eldon.
Hey, what's going on, man? Everybody ready for this, man? I'm ready to rock, man. I got my banner up and it's looking good because I'm always up to something. Maybe good, maybe bad. We don't know, but either way, we can get over it, right?
That's it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So we went around the room, and now you came just in time, because I said, I wanted you guys to introduce yourselves and tell where you're from, and then just basically say what your role is and about Parafam and Stellar, and like, how, what you bring to our family, because that's what it is. It is legit a family. And I said, I'm waiting for my third older brother. You like how I say you guys are older?
I ain't gonna tell you my age.
Right. Yeah.
My,
I
this
noticed
is my
that.
third big brother. This is my third big brother that we've been waiting for.
So I'm
So go
assuming
ahead.
Rob already had his turn, and Brian he had his turn. Mr. Doctor Brian Horton he had his turn. We've all kind of gotten
Yeah,
that out of the way. So um, just popping in. I have no idea what they said, so I'm just going to wing this. Normally I try to piggyback up what they say, but I'm not going to coattail tonight. So we'll leave that for other explorers, right?
yeah,
Yep.
At any rate, my name's Eldon McInville. I am the CEO of Parafam, which encompasses Parafam Entertainment, a broadcast company we come out with. Parafam Studios, we develop all of our visual assets, commercials, uh, video intros, outros. We can do thumbnails. We do all kinds of things as far as that goes in the studios. And recently in September, we released Stellar Paranormal Events. There's a few out there that if you look at it, it kind of looks like a few things that other people have done. However, it is not. Uh, we broadcast not lives, but we're going to take videos that people send into us and broadcast that out on Roku. They're not going to be live. This is going to give us an opportunity to be able to edit those videos and really perfect our expertise and what we want to showcase. It also kind of eliminates mistakes and things like that that the teams may go through or encounter while they're video recording or they're going live. We're not going to have that problem. We'll go and edit before we put them up there. But these events, they run 4 times a year. We're going to broadcast it on Roku. We're going to give these teams a free run for 30 days after that as well if they sign up. We want to give back to the community, give back to the paranormal community more than what we have been seeing lately, and really drive at everybody knowing what we mean by Parafam, because we're out there to help everyone. We're not targeting big groups, big teams, big names. We're targeting people that want to really get out there and do what they love doing and share what they love doing. And that's what we're
yeah,
here for.
yeah,
We try to drive with that parafam, culture within our family because, we have a parafam family that we have in our collab. It's not necessarily open to everybody. However, everybody has that opportunity if that makes any sense to you. Um, but we're here for each other, help each other grow, help push each other out there, and really bring assets to the table. So
yeah.
hopefully
And
that kind of
I think
described a
you
little
guys
bit
have all
about
been
what I'm at, what I'm doing.
Oh, you're just in time.
Hey, late to the party. Sorry.
No, but you know what? You're just in time because Eldon, I believe, were you finished?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, most definitely. If anybody's got questions, let me know, and I'll be more than glad to answer those questions. Robert can answer them. Dr. Brian Horton, he can answer them, and a lot of things actually Donna can answer too. She's my team manager for the Arizona division of McAdoo Paranormal, and the crazy part about that, Taryn, is McAdoo Paranormal encompasses three different assets in the state of Arizona. We've got the North Arizona division, we got the Central Arizona division, and the Southern Arizona division. And Donna here, she is the front man, and she runs the whole show in Arizona. So
I
you
know.
got the one and only.
Yeah. So with that intro, Donna, here is one of my sisters. I said my brothers and now my sister, right? So, for people that don't know who you are, I said just say who you are and where you're from and how you make this wonderful family complete.
Well, my name is Donna Guerin. I have been in Arizona 5 years now. I am originally from Illinois, grew up in Chicago. It's I got with McInville how Erica had put on an ad, say so to say, in one of the groups that they were looking for investigators, and I raised my hand. I was like, me, 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 me. So I started out as an investigator, and I just kind of worked my way up from there. Eldon, got a lot of faith in me and moved me up. I was originally supposed to be the lead investigator, and I ended up jumping into the team manager position. So the rest is history.
That's because you work it, girl.
Yeah, that's one of those
Do
examples
what I
where
can. Hey.
Donna's one of those examples where somebody comes in because they choose to, not because
Oh
they
yeah.
have to. And they take the bull by the horn and they ride that sucker for more than 8 seconds. And we noticed that. We
Yeah.
seen that. And that's when Eldon's like, this lady's got to be in management.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I sure appreciate you guys' faith in me.
I just yeah, I just want to say on TikTok, um DNT Entertainment, uh DNT Channel TV, whatever, said hi everybody.
Oh,
What's
What's
going
going
on?
on, Drew?
Gave some stars and
Hello,
stuff.
hello.
hello.
So I just wanted to give that out. Um Hello, how are you guys doing?
What is up?
Hey,
And with
everybody.
Jane from Arizona. I mean Arizona. Oh my gosh, because you guys, Indonesia. We are
Oh,
in
that's awesome.
Indonesia. So
Namaste.
yeah, she's Indonesia. We were talking about Arizona, so
That,
I said Arizona, but
That's funny.
she's
Lori said
Malaysian.
Donna's a busy girl. Yes, I am.
Yeah, she is. She's
Actually, when I
very.
get done when I get off of here, I'm actually going to the Mesa Cemetery to do a ride along with one of the park rangers.
Oh, that is like my. That would be like my ultimate to do in Gettysburg. Like
Oh, I would love that.
I would literally. I'm gonna be nasty around, but I would literally need a change of underwear. Like I would be like,
so Taryn, so sharpshooter Mark wants to know if we've investigated Goldfield Ghost Junction, and I believe what he's talking about is Goldfield, the town. And yes, I have actually investigated Goldfield. I was a little disappointed, but like many, when you watch the shows, we've seen a couple of them, televised there, and I was expecting more than we had gotten. But absolutely, I have investigated. I tell you, I really loved it more so for the history part of it because I love history.
yeah.
But as far as the paranormal piece is concerned, I wasn't real impressed with that piece, but I did love going out there. It's got some beautiful scenery, and I love the history in it. Yes,
That's awesome.
Where's that at, Eldon?
that's out there near Apache Junction at the foothills of the Superstition Mountains.
Oh, that one. Okay.
If you go
Yeah.
out to 60, you'll see a
Yeah.
yeah. If you go out 60, you'll see the exit for Goldfield Road.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, have you guys checked out the Arizona treasure hunter?
I did watch your podcast that he was on there. So yeah, he's pretty awesome.
He is it. He would be a good hookup. Like to So like because he used to do ghost tours in Jerome,
Hmm.
right? And then when he
Mhm.
goes on his YouTube channel, when he goes on some of his excursions and stuff, he's also going into haunted caves and stuff. I mean,
Mhm.
he's been on the Travel Channel and
Mhm.
stuff like that with I mean, he's awesome. He's an awesome guy to hook up with and get involved with stuff like that
I think
because
I follow him on one of the social media sites. Maybe it's Instagram. I'm not don't remember right offhand.
um Mulligan Monsters Arizona's Bigfoot.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Hmm. That's
I didn't know that. I didn't know that like it was like different. Well, I guess there's Yeti, Sasquatch. You know what I mean?
Bigfoot. Yeah, there's so many different
Wood
names.
boogers.
What?
Wood boogers.
Wood boogers. That's a new one.
Well, you know,
That
on
is
a
a new
side
one.
note, PD Region Paranormal has their own Bigfoot, honestly.
Wow.
Yeah, we got Tank, size 17 and a half.
Oh.
Wow.
Mulligan Monster. So
So
anyone big.
so
Grand Hotel in Jerome. I have not.
yes,
Yep.
yes. To answer that question, yes. And I was quite impressed with the hotel. I just wish they could, or you could get in there and investigate it a little bit more freely than just the main common areas. But let's face it, they're a business. They've got tenants there that stay overnight. It's kind of difficult to do that. But the areas that you're able to go in, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've been there, but we didn't stay there. We actually stayed in Cottonwood, and we did a ghost tour up in Jerome. But they
Mhm.
let us in there. But like I said, you can't go where the rooms and stuff are, so they're very limited to how far you can
Yeah,
go.
yeah. The hottest room they say I think is room 32. I think is the hottest room in the motel, and then the
Hmm.
elevator down in the basement. That was actually kind of eerie to look at that spot. Where that guy had pretty much got decapitated at the bottom of the elevator shaft. So that was actually
Oh yeah, I heard this
pretty
story.
eerie to
Yeah,
see that. But it was, yeah, yeah. We were able to go down and investigate that a little bit, but
where'd she go?
it's pretty eerie down there though. She's gone.
What?
All right,
She
so
left us. She took off. Okay, I
means
guess
we're
we just
through
took
now,
over the
y'all.
brew. I guess did we?
I guess so.
Uh oh.
Welcome to the Parafam Brew.
Oh.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, okay. So you live in
Hey,
Cottonwood. That's
I
cool.
told you I was up to
Oh, there
something.
she is.
I'm always up to something.
Yep.
You okay, Terry?
Woo! Okay.
So
Oh
Taryn,
lordy.
we're gonna investigate this store. You would love this store. It's in Chandler, Arizona. It's called the Terror Trader, and he's gonna let us in there to investigate.
Oh wow.
It's this store is open 365 days a year, and he sells nothing but movie horror stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, so all kinds of stuff.
That's
It's
awesome.
it's really
Are you
cool.
gonna go live while you're there?
I don't know, maybe that would be, yeah, that would actually be cool if I
That would
could.
be awesome.
Yeah. So he has this room in the back, and one of the ladies that I talked to, Debbie Branning, she said it's because he's got all of these like antiques and stuff, and may have stuff attached to it. So he's shared security footage of stuff just falling off the shelves in this room. He's put it on his Instagram page, and I was kind of joking around with him. I was like, "Man, you ought to let us investigate." He was like, "Oh, sure." I'm like, "Really?"
That's that's like
Mhm.
I'm just gonna start saying that to people. Let
Yeah.
us investigate just to see what they
He's like,
say.
"You ought to let me investigate." He's like, "Oh, sure. When do you want
Um,
to come?" I was like, "Okay, cool." But
uh, sh-
they had this event called Christmas to Dismember, and he dressed up as Krampus, and it was freaking
oh,
hilarious.
cool. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. Mark wants to know, have you heard of the YouTube channel Arizona Ghost Riders? He's all about like they do reenactments like at Tombstone, and they do like the OK Corral and stuff like that.
Oh
And
wow,
yeah, like they're all like history. That would be another good group to kind of
yeah,
hook up
look them up. Yeah,
for sure. Um, Mulligan said he lives in Cottonwood.
Yeah, because that's where I stayed at when we went to Jerome. We stayed at a hotel in Cottonwood.
And this must have been when I left.
Yes, it was.
The new brew crew. We had you back.
Oh,
The
I know.
Pure Fan
I
Brew.
wasn't worried. Thank you, Courtney. So Donna, did you tell everybody like the million things that you contribute to and what the Power Fam and stuff? I do want to talk about like the events and everything, and I want to talk about like for people to join, like all I want to talk about. And now this is what happened. Okay, see how Eldon is off of the screen, like
Yeah.
that. I was trying to do that, and I was hitting all these buttons, and
Oh, okay.
Stop.
I'm like, what am I doing wrong? How come I can't do that?
And you end up clicking off. Well, we have this ad. It's a recruitment ad. So I basically I joined a bunch of paranormal groups. So I put the ad in there. I have an extra phone that I use just for the paranormal stuff. People joke around and call it my ghost phone. So I have my phone number on there. Usually they just hit me up on Facebook or something. And we have a process where we have paperwork. I sit down and talk to them and interview them and get a feel for who they are and what kind of experience they have, and if any. I was pretty green when I started, so I've
Right,
learned a
right.
lot from Eldon. So yeah, and then like I said, I get with Stacy Pritchett, who is my case manager, or my sister Anna. She's my researcher, and between the two of them, we'll come up with some locations. Stacy will call and say, "Hey, I'm with so and so, and I'm with McAville Paranormal, and we'd like to get in and investigate if you allow that." And she brings it back to me, and we kind of go from there.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
And as far as Donna's role with
And
Parafan,
I'll tell you, it's it's a blessing with having Donna really handle a lot of that, because typically, your founder would handle a lot of those aspects. So with Donna, being a blessing to me and handling a lot of those pieces, it really frees me up to do what needs to be done with my brothers up here, Rob and Brian, with Parafam, and develop and grow with that particular piece of business.
Well, before you both came on, I was saying how you guys do so much. You do so much. And me being a part of a few different things, um, I mean, it is like you have no idea how much I appreciate that all the hard work you guys do, and you don't ever make anybody feel like they're not doing something, even if you feel like we're not, even if I feel like I'm not doing anything to help out, you don't
hmm,
make anybody feel that way. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And you can tell it's
That'll
you
that will change. That will change for you tonight, Taryn. I promise that will change tonight for you.
well, yes, that I want it. Like I'm always like, tell me what I gotta do. I I need direction. So like, it's good that, but I have to get caught up. I'm glad we're having a meeting afterwards.
yeah.
Um, but like what I said is that, I am so appreciative of that. I don't want you to think that I don't think about that every day when you guys post in that chat and you're like, guess what? You guys are all excited about something. And I'm like, God, how long they had to work on that? And it's like, you know, it really, it's a blessing to have people that just, you can tell the passion is equal.
yeah. Don't feel bad because when the psychic medium for the Tucson team or the Southern Arizona team, she kind of feels that way. She's like, "What did I miss?" And she'll call me or she'll text me, "What did I miss? Do I need to catch up on something? I don't want to get kicked off the team." I'm like, "You're fine. You're not getting kicked off the team." She didn't feel like she was
I just feel
contributing enough. I was like, "You're fine."
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I feel like. And here's the thing is and I want to. So that's why I said I need a meeting so that I can, you know.
Well, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. You'll figure it out tonight when we have your meeting, Taryn. But 2023, I cannot stress enough the things that are fixing to come out of Parafam, and it's stuff that we haven't even put all of it to the public yet. It is a lot of work behind the scenes, not just for me, Brian, and Eldon, but for every person involved. there has been a buttload of work going into what's coming out, and it is going to floor the community, and it's going to give something back to the community that nobody's never tried to give to the community before.
Hmm.
Right. I
And that's what
mean,
it's all about.
and it is, what's the best thing about it, and the thing I love the most about all of this is that nobody's goal has ever been to be on TV.
No,
Right.
Nobody has ever said that, not once. It's
Right.
always been it's always been about the groups that aren't out there. We want to work together. We want to share evidence. We want to learn from each other. We want to, network with each other. We want to, it. We want to build a positive community around this,
yeah.
and that's what makes me love it so much.
Yeah.
You got a lot of us out there like me. This face ain't made for TV. This face is made to be behind the scenes doing the work.
So
And you
so
guys
so
do it.
look, I
Yeah.
mean, this is the second time I've actually been on a live podcast in 6 months. You can ask Rob. First time I was on a
Oh no,
podcast, it
you
was
guys have
when we
been working
dropped
hard.
Stellar the 1st of September, and this is the second time I've actually been on a live broadcast. And it's not about going on lives for us. It's not about putting our face out there. It's about pushing out for the community. And when I say the community, I'm talking about the paranormal community,
Yeah.
and offering them better options. And that's kind of what we're trying to do. You know, we see a lot of people dropping, "Hey, we got this, or we're doing that, or we're doing this," and a lot of what we see is people trying to build themselves up and not really taking the time to think about what
Hello,
they're
Marianne.
offering. Does it really give back to the community? Is really where we're going.
What?
And I don't think
Okay,
that
you have
that's
to wait
really
a
in
minute.
questions that are asked when people are dropping things.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
Well, a
Yeah.
big part of it is, whenever we started Parafam Entertainment, it started out as that, just Parafam Entertainment. And Parafam Entertainment was originally a platform for people like Taryn and Donna and PD and McAville and all to put their podcast to where they could be seen and not be judged and criticized and ridiculed and having to be up under somebody else's wing following their rules. You know what good content is. We don't have to preach that to y'all. Y'all know what good content is. That's why we
Yeah.
Right.
trust y'all. Put your content on the channel.
Yep.
Anybody is welcome to stream there. Anybody. And I say that loosely, but it's the truth. Anybody. Well, then we got into the point to where, everybody that come to the channel, hey, y'all know anybody that can make assets, videos, intros, outros? Yeah, me and Elvin's been doing it for ourselves. So here comes Parafam Studios. And it fell up under the umbrella of entertainment. It backs each other up. They work for each other. They help each other. And then it expanded out further than that. We had people reaching out to us recently that ain't even in the paranormal field. Hey, I got a painting business and I need a commercial for my painting
mhm,
business and a logo. Sure. I'll make you a
that's
commercial. I'll
right.
make you a logo, make you an advertisement. We put the prices on parafaменtertainment.com. Anybody interested in any assets, videos, logos, I guarantee you there's nobody in the business that can compete with those prices unless you know somebody who does it for free.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
not about the
And
money.
that's a good thing because a lot of that stuff is expensive,
Yeah.
and it's hard. So it's good that you guys are doing that, for people, that can't afford stuff.
And my son is now a part of Parafam. He's
Yes,
an
he is.
artist.
That's
And a
awesome.
really,
So I got
really
my
good
sister
artist.
Yes,
and
he
my
is.
son involved.
That's awesome.
And
Yep.
the thing about it is, whenever we all started, I mean, think back to the beginning of the brew.
Yeah.
Think of how hard it was to come up with that perfect logo to represent yourself,
Right.
that perfect intro video for your podcast that everybody's going to be watching every time you go live. Those are things that you want to get at, not say right, but you want the quality to be
Yeah,
Right.
amazing
it takes time. It
because
does
it
take time.
represents you.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it takes time. There's a lot of people
Mhm.
that bust out into the paranormal field and, just start doing stuff like at super warp speed, and it just isn't a good I mean, I do think about when I started Paranormal Brew. It was 2016. You know what I mean? And where I started, I always tell people, I'm like, you can Google it, but do not make fun of me and don't hold it against me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I look back at some of my older stuff and I'm like, how did I keep going? Like, what? How am I here right now from that? It's horrible. It's terrible.
Taryn, Taryn, you're absolutely right, and we see it all the time. You'll see a group of friends. They'll get together. They'll want to get a team together in the paranormal field, and they think they've got to go at warp speed, and they absolutely don't need to. And I understand kind of where they're getting that because some organizations do travel at warp speed. Look at Terrafam. We kind of travel at warp speed, but you have to understand the kind of personnel we have in our organization that helps do that. I've got Donna managing my paranormal team that frees me up to be able to contribute that. PD
Yeah,
Region,
but
they've
it
got they've
wasn't.
got
But
a
it really,
director on their team that handles all of their.
but this was like
We have the
a
personnel to
long.
do that, but we
Yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to keep cutting you off. I don't know
No,
if there's a
he's
lag.
got a 3 second lag.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
he's got a leg. Yeah.
okay. I don't
yeah
mean to keep cutting him off. I
yeah.
keep cutting him
So
off.
they're
But what
just
I don't think it was
if you
warp
just be
speed.
patient with yourself.
I think it's taken a like not a long time. It's been what 8, 9 months. Maybe even longer than that. That you've
Right.
it started with an idea. You know what I mean? And you had to do legal steps and do this and do that and do paperworks and put in
Oh, sure.
and for it to get to here. You put in a lot of work.
Hmm.
So it didn't happen overnight, and that's
Oh, sure. Granted.
a good thing because you took your time to make
Yeah.
sure all of you did to make sure it's where it's at.
Yeah.
Is it
Granted.
is anything perfect? No. And you learn, but that's how you learn.
Yeah. And I have to say, I
Yeah.
really
Granted. I
appreciate
mean,
these guys because they have our back. If you need anything, you just contact them, and like I said, they hook you up. I do. I appreciate you guys. Really, I do.
Oh, for sure. I said it too. I
Yep.
appreciate all of you.
right.
I mean,
Yeah. I think the point I'm trying to drive at, Taryn, is that if I had to be doing all this on my own, it would have
right,
taken me a
right,
heck
right,
of a lot longer to get it done. And with the crew that we have, with the team that we have on board, and the help that we have to get us where we got to go, we're definitely moving swifter than if you would if you were by yourself trying to do this.
oh
You
Hmm.
yeah,
know,
for sure.
so that's why I'm saying these small teams just starting out. Don't try to overload yourself. Don't try to flood yourself with getting everything done at once. Take it slowly, think it through, take each step, as it comes, and it'll get there. It'll take you a year, 2 years, or 3 years. Like you said, these ideas have been in our heads for at least I know myself. We've just been talking about it this last year, and
Yeah,
there's still things coming in 2023 that the public has no knowledge of yet. Like Rob was
right.
saying, because
Yeah,
they're still being worked on, they're still being developed and built. So
yeah,
it does take time.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's when something when it's like building a house. The foundation has to be steady and
Right.
strong
Exactly.
for the rest of it to
That's right.
stand.
And the
And
good thing about Parafam, though, I'm glad that
Correct.
you mentioned that because y'all are the foundation. Every single family member, y'all are the foundation of this company.
sorry, I had to
Without
let my
y'all,
dog
we
out.
cannot thrive.
Yeah, no, I am. You gotta like her. You guys are gonna have to get like restraining orders or something. Like if you ever kick me out or whatever, say like you guys are gonna be like, Taryn has like 75 fake accounts. She's stalking us.
So Darren wants to know a question
Oh
for
boy,
everybody. What
another.
our favorite piece of gear is?
Darren is like full of questions. So this is why I love Darren. Darren has always been one of my most favorite um, paranormal brewers. Every time you come on, you had 1,000. He had like I'm like, where does he come up with these questions?
Well, I'll start that off for you, Darren. My favorite piece of equipment is myself. It's the only piece that I can honestly 100% trust. So myself I love myself as equipment, not being sarcastic, but You know, I've learned to tune into myself to where I become a REM pod. I become a digital recorder. I become all of it because I can capture it. And as long as I understand it and I can sense it, I can feel it, can't nobody take away that experience from me.
Right. That's so true. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Myself too. I have to say it'd be myself too. I used to be an equipment guy, but not anymore. You know, more I've opened up myself, all the studying I've been doing. It's like I was saying almost the past weekend and watching everybody use all this equipment. They're more in tune to that equipment than what's going on around them to be able to feel what's going on and sense what's going on. And that's why I think myself is my favorite tool.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
absolutely right because a lot of times when you're so dead end focused on that table full of equipment, you're missing what's going on over here.
Absolutely.
Yep. Probably
I
mine
I
is
love
simple too.
recording.
I like my digital recorder because I've
Me too.
caught some great EVPs.
Yeah,
Love my
EVPs are my
digital.
favorite thing.
Oh
I
yeah,
love
love
it.
my digital recorder.
So I'll have
So
recorders going.
so you know
Like,
what? I have to I have to agree with Donna. I would have to say the audio recorder is probably my best. If I have to put one besides myself, and it has to actually have electronics in it to choose from, I would definitely have to say the audio recorder, not just for the fact that it catches data, but when you're on an investigation with a client or wherever you're at, you always capture what's being said. You're capturing what's happening, and you're able to reference back to get your facts
Yep.
straight, and it
no, there's
helps you
been
with
some
further
amazing
research into
stuff.
those cases.
Absolutely. There's been some amazing things happen with my recorders over the last last year. And especially with going live and having recorders and catching an EVP on one recorder and not on the live or not on any other recorder or nobody else's recorder. It's like, how do you explain that? You know,
Exactly.
if it was anybody in the room that said it, factory work, like it was two words, an answer to a question. It would have been somewhere else. It would have been on the live for sure.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be a blip. You would hear somebody say it. So recorders to me are huge, which is why I'm not a big fan of spirit boxes. I know people are, but because sometimes I can hear and I love EVPs and recorders, I feel like that kind of blocks or breaks up that being able to do that,
Yeah.
and to hear them and to for my recorder to pick it up. Like it's so
Yeah.
that's why.
Yeah,
But
my I don't like spirit boxes either, but the one that I got, Eldon calls it my, what do you call it, my hack radio that I got from Robert. It doesn't have, it scans the frequencies, but it doesn't have all of that static in it. So the voices, when they do come through, they come through a lot clearer. So I have that going, but I have my digital recorder also going with it. So if I catch something, I can go back and I can listen to it. Matter of fact, I was in Tombstone a few weeks ago, and we're downtown.
lucky,
Well,
lucky,
yeah,
lucky,
huh?
lucky.
Yeah, we were in Tombstone and we were asking questions, and I got a voice of something about this guy's wife. He said something, my wife, and I was like, that was awesome.
Wow. I
And
want to
we
go
were,
to Tombstone so bad.
yeah, it's, oh my God, it was
I
great. And
was
then
So you
just
know,
saying,
Taryn,
go ahead.
talking about the hacked radio, I guess we can touch on Paratech Laboratories for a minute,
mhm.
as to what that is, so that the viewers kind of understand what kind of radio she's talking about. I'm sure Rob can probably give the best description on what that radio is and what it does, and maybe kind of, get Paratech out there a little bit, Rob.
Well, the radio Donna's got is a little different than most hack radios that you find. And the difference between her radios, most hack radios you buy are between 77.8 to 80 megahertz, and it stops at like 106, which is like the AM FM radio in your car. That's what most radios are. Well, with the radio that I made for Donna, I was able to get it down to 50 megahertz, and it'll scan from 50 megahertz to 120, I think. So with if Donna's listening to that radio and she's catching voices between 50 and 70 megahertz, that is not the radio band.
Right.
That is the frequencies that you really want to be paying attention to with the radio like she has. Because there's no way you can catch
Correct.
a word coming from a radio station on those frequencies. It's dead air. And with hers, I was able to go in with me and Paratech Laboratories, which is a side business of PD Region Paranormal where we create equipment. And it's not just equipment that you can buy off the internet. It's stuff that we build ourselves.
Hmm.
So with that radio she's got, I was able to cut the static out. So when it's scanning and it's not picking anything up, it's completely silent. There is no static. And when a word comes through, it stops on that frequency for 2 seconds before it rescans. And then it starts scanning again. And in this time you have no noise coming in. There's no filters added to it. I was just able to go in there and hack the PCU on it. And it was a great concept, but unfortunately, Donna's was the last one made because the producer and manufacturer of that radio canceled it
Oh,
Mm.
because they
Wow.
found out that
I
people
hold on to that.
Right.
Crap, I'm trying to get an original tri-field meter and can't find one. The dial, the one with the dial, like
Oh,
that's what I
wow.
want. That's what I want. And I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah. Well, with Paratech Laboratories, it's not a place where you go and buy a K2 meter. It's
Right.
not a place where you go buy recorders and mail meters and stuff like that.
Right.
It's equipment that I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of it Brian comes up with in his head, and he says, "Rob, I got this idea. Can you build this?" I carry it to Paratech, and we build it.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, well I got a couple of REM pods from them too, and they're a lot smaller than what you will find in the store. They're really loud too, and it's got the antenna on it, but it's probably about that big if you hold it up, but it works great.
I call
That's
it
awesome.
wake the dead because they're so loud.
Oh, they are loud. They're really loud. I use
And we
them.
also we also got the Ghostbuster REM pods that's come out now.
Yeah.
It's a Ghostbuster toy car with all the REM pod electronics installed in it. The lights work, the sirens work, everything.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
cute.
it's really nice, and people's loving it.
That's
But
awesome.
we're working on a project now that me and Brian and Mark Dawkins had come up with. And I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a version of a REM pod, but it's not your average REM pod. It is human operated. If and I'm not gonna go into no more detail than that, but it is human operated.
Hmm.
Sorry, my alarm was going
Oh,
off.
somebody wants one. Hi, sister. She
So
wants.
Lori was asking about Oatman, Arizona. I've been doing some
Yeah.
reading on that. I haven't been there yet, but it might be one of the places that I do end up going. I don't. I think it's a little bit of a drive from Phoenix, though. But I do plan on spreading out and going to some other places.
I can't wait to go back to Arizona. That's honestly, that's my second favorite place to Gettysburg. Like I never ever. Everybody's like, you got to go other places. I'm like, fine. So I started going. I went to Florida. That's okay. Whatever. If I didn't go back, okay. Arizona. First
I
of
love
all,
it here.
the time zone fits my body clocks way better than this time zone for some reason. I felt like I was living my best sleep life when I was there. I was like, this is great. This is like on my body clock. And I love how hot it is, but it doesn't feel that hot because there's no humidity.
Yeah. Well,
And
Taryn,
Right.
I'm gonna give you a Parafam exclusive just for the Paranormal Brew.
yay!
And the new exclusive that we're working on, it's not set in stone, but it's already rolling, is that Parafam and Get Haunted Network will be collabing together in 2023.
Oh, awesome. I didn't know that. And I think that's great.
Yep. We
Wow.
have a really good relationship with Rob.
Yes, I love Rob.
We've been on phone calls with him this past week, and it's in the works.
Wow, that's awesome. So
Matter
awesome.
of fact, me and Brian is going to be representing July 1st. We're going to be representing Parafam at the USS North Carolina Battleship
Oh,
for
nice.
the very first Get Haunted event featuring Parafam,
Awesome.
Wait, where?
the Battleship of North Carolina,
When is that?
July 1st.
That's awesome.
July 1st. Oh, I guess I have to go to that.
I'm gonna say the wheels are turning. You can see it.
Yeah.
We are going to be representing Get Haunted, y'all. If you go to Parafam's website after it is updated, me and Eldon is working on that. It will have a list of all of Get Haunted events where everybody can sign up and be a part of Get Haunted events. Get Haunted is also going to represent Stellar events for us, so you'll be able to be combined between the two event companies, which is amazing because in the field we're in today, everybody knows the event companies don't work together. They're out for money. They're out for their sales.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is a flip to everything because it's not about the money. That being said, Eldon, Brian, would you're okay? I'm gonna throw it out there.
Throw it out there.
Yeah, go ahead, man. You know,
Wait a minute, I'm still
just
processing what I
just
just
real quick
heard.
to
Please
piggyback on what
no.
All right, so
Okay.
I'll
Because
throw
I
it.
had no
just like
idea.
what Rob was saying. Like what Rob was saying, absolutely. You see a lot of event companies out there. It's more of a competition thing because at the end of the day, for them, it's a business. It's about the money. And what Get Haunted and Parafam want to stress is that the paranormal field is not supposed to be competition. We're supposed to collab and learn from one another, support one
That's right.
another, and come to the conclusions, with one another. And we are wanting to set the precedence that, look, if you're in a paranormal field and you're out for competition, get the hell out. I'm sorry. It's just the
Yeah.
way it is. Work
Yeah.
with everybody, work with your colleagues, and let's learn something in the field instead of being so, poetically, possessive. And
Or
that's
how
what
about this?
Parafam
How
and Get
about all
Haunted
the
is out
people?
to do.
How about all the people that want to be competitive? Form your own little competitive paranormal society, and almost like you're getting into the octagon. Just go ahead and go at it, and
Yep.
leave us out of it. How
But to give
about
you an
that?
I
example,
love it. Yeah, absolutely.
of the way that Parafam is going right now, and show you a sign of our mission. We developed Stellar Paranormal Events as another event company that it differs every other event company out there. The reason that it differs every event company out there is we're going to stream you on Roku, which to some is a big deal, some is not. But after you come in there and you stream your event that night, we're giving you 30 days for your paranormal team. We will stream all of the content for your team for the next 30 days at no cost.
Mhm.
So you get to not only do that investigation that night, but you can take some of your old content that you thought was really good, send it to me, let me edit it. It will go up on Roku for the world to see. The good thing about it is when we first developed Stellar, there was a sign up fee that was going to help us pay for the channel and keep the channel rolling for Roku. Okay, well, thank God, Parafam has figured out a way not to do that. So in 2023, if you sign up for any Stellar event, there is no charge to any team who wants to sign up and participate.
That's nice. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Now, if that's not trying to give back to the community, I don't know what else to do, Terrence.
Yep.
I am totally with you on that one for sure. And you know, I love Get Haunted. I've always supported Get Haunted. So I love them. I think they're all great people. Um, and Rob really definitely works as equally as hard as you guys do.
He
I know
does.
that, and he can sit there and say he has a team that helps him. Like you guys said, you have a team that you couldn't. Like Eldon said, he couldn't do it alone. Um, so and I feel like the drive is equal is equal there. You know what I mean? Like their goals are the same as your goals. Or our goals, should I say?
And that's what made me feel good having a conversation with Rob the other day because it come out of his own mouth. Our goals are the same. Our visions are the same.
Well, I see. I didn't even know. I don't know any disclaimer. I don't know any of this, so I'm just like,
And
I'm just finding out. And we didn't have this conversation, but I can tell if I talk when I talk to Rob and stuff and Sarah and everything, and then talking to you guys or being a part of you guys. Like it definitely is similar.
well, I'm happy to say that Rob is a part of Parafam family,
Yes,
and he will be supported by all of Parafam like he always has, and I know he's going to support all of Parafam.
well, he's always been a part of.
Yep.
He's been a part of our fam, right,
Since
for
the
a
beginning.
while now.
Since the beginning.
Yeah.
It's just he has so
Yes.
much going on with the
Oh
event
yeah.
company he was helping, plus running his own event company and his moving. I mean, he's had a lot to do, but he's to the point now to where he can actually breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
And we had a good conversation with him, and I'm just tickled to death that Parafam Entertainment and Get Haunted is fixing to network in 2023. It's going to be amazing. I'm telling you, not only does Parafam have a lot coming out in 2023, but from talking to Rob, Get Haunted has a whole lot coming out in 2023 too. So, in the words of my partner over there, y'all better get ready because we fixing to shop the system.
Yeah, no, it sounds exciting. It really does. Is
So
Parafam from
that's an interesting question. That's an interesting question there up on the screen, Taryn. The question is Parafam from New Jersey also? And really, the answer to that is Parafam is from all over the world. We've got family members in the UK, and we've got different assets across the United States as a whole. So we're not necessarily in one state or another. We're all over the place.
Hmm.
like
And growing daily. Growing
like
daily.
I live in New Jersey, so technically Parafam is from New Jersey also.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now they may not like that little.
We're from all over.
We're from
they might
everywhere.
they might want to leave that New Jersey part out. I would, but unfortunately, that's where I'm from.
Parafam is one of those businesses to where, like me and Eldon said since day one, and Brian, anybody can be a part of Parafam, but it takes a special soul to be Parafam family.
Yep.
Because to be family, you have to be trusted and you have to trust. Just like
Absolutely.
Taryn, Taryn has to trust us with what she created with Paranormal Brew. She trusts us to broadcast it. She trusts us to help her with her editing and logos and videos and merch. And she trusts us. And in return, we trust her by knowing that she's going to put out quality content that you're not going to see nowhere else but Paranormal Brew.
Right,
Hmm.
right, right. And that's what's also that I love is that it's to me, it's not about the quantity of people that join, which I know, yes, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. You do want a lot of people to join, but you want the people that aren't going to be it like you want the people that do good podcast shows. You just don't want to just shove everybody in like they're just numbers and you don't care what content is being put out there. You don't
And
know.
definitely no drama queens.
Yeah,
No
no, no.
paranormal Karens.
Well, what people's got to realize too is with us starting
Said that with a K, by the way, not a T. Just saying.
Roku, Roku starts up in the end of January, beginning of February for Parafam. And a lot of people don't realize that we have so many guidelines to follow to go on Roku. It's not like Facebook. I can't sit here and I can't be drinking a Pepsi. There's a lot of things. This logo on his hat can't happen. I have a lot of stuff that I have to pay attention to. That's why we're not doing no lives on Roku. Everything's gonna have to be pre-recorded and edited and then put onto the channel, which is not a problem except for those shows like maybe Tiffany's Tarot where she does live tarot readings. That's going to be kind of hard. So what I'm going to have to do for Tiffany, is pretty much let her have her show on her YouTube page or her Facebook page, download it to my computer, edit out what I need to edit out, and then air her on Roku where she's still getting her exposure on Roku as well, which is
Right.
more work for the studios department. So that's why me, Brian, and Eldon has actually grown the studios department. And we brought in a second studio department to help us, which is Bleeding Violin Studios. So we are taking the steps now that's going to help us later. And that's what we're trying to do. That's why we've been so quiet on social media. I mean, me and Brian hasn't had a paranormal static in what, Brian, 4 weeks now, 3 weeks?
Yep.
But it's because we're working so hard to get this
You
stuff
guys
set
are
in
working hard.
January.
I know. I've said that from the beginning. Like you guys are working so hard and you're making sure you're preparing for like you're what ifing. Everybody says you shouldn't what if, but when it comes to stuff like this, you have to, or you have to remember, the experiences that you've had and gone through, and so that's what makes okay, this is what we shouldn't do, and then what if we do this? What if this happens? Like you have to try to prepare as much as you can. Is it going to be perfect? Like I said earlier, it's not going to be perfect, but at least we're a family where if I do something dumb and stupid, any of y'all can just call me up and be like, Taryn, you know, and like talk to me, you know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't be like, you know, behind anybody's back. It wouldn't
Right.
be, you know what I'm saying? Like we're just like-minded in that way too. And that's what I love about it.
Yeah.
It's not, you know, we're not talking behind anybody's backs. It's like, you know, listen, I got to talk to her about this. You know, we run things by each other. We make sure everybody's okay. And that's so important. We have to take care of us. You have to take care of the cell in order to make the body grow and, you know, run and be healthy.
That's
Yeah,
right.
one thing I love about it is if there are mistakes that's made, you don't hear, "Hey, you did this wrong. You
Right.
did that wrong. You
Right.
did that wrong." Instead, there's suggestions of what we can do different, and that's really important too. So you're not making it feel like you're being stupid. It's like, well, damn.
Well, one of the positive sides about Parafam is that we have a lot of people that has a lot of experience in this organization. And just for instance, I'm going to use Rob Statwich as one of them. He's been there. He's done that. He's got enough knowledge to when we go to him and we say, hey, look, we're going to do this. And he's going to be like, okay, well, you need to be careful because this is what I experienced when I did
Mhm.
this and it didn't work. And same thing with Taryn and Donna. We've tried this and it didn't work, so we might not want to go that route. Let's go this route.
Yep.
Everybody's input is valid to
Right.
us. Kind of like Rob told us with the lives, with the other event that he was working with. They had a collapse. I mean, it was horrible what they went through this past year, but they made it work. And, it was discouraging, but they finally figured out a way. And by the experiences that they went through is what led us to the point that we are doing with Stellar and Roku, all pre-recorded, no live. Because I cannot sit here and tell you that our studios and production company can keep up with, we're offering this event for free. We're liable to have 10,000 teams sign up. It's free. The people are going to sign up.
Right.
Mhm.
I cannot sit here and promise that I can put 10,000 lives out. I can't do it. So if I pre-record it, they send it to me. The studio department edits it. I set up a schedule on Roku for which videos going on which day, and we drop them. And
Okay, can I just stop you really quick?
yeah,
First of all, every person that I have interviewed that does lives, documentaries, records, whatever, the number one thing that they say is the editing is the worst part. And here you are sitting here talking about, you send me your shit, we're going to edit it. I mean, like that in itself is huge because nobody likes that. Now they have to like let go of it not being their edit. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going to edit it to fit the program. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm sure that's worth it
yeah.
because you're not going to edit good shit out. You know what I
Right.
mean? You're
No,
just going
no.
to, right.
And the thing being is,
Well,
of course,
that
they're
goes
going to
along
edit.
with that.
They're going to edit a
That
part
goes
of it whenever they
that goes
whenever they record. So once they edit their part, and then they send it to me, I'm still going to have to re-edit it because unless they know Roku's guidelines, they're not going to be in guidelines of Roku. So I have to implement Roku's guidelines in the edit. So yeah, even if they edit it, we still have to go back and re-edit every bit of the video.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
and
And
that goes along the lines, Karen, with what I stated earlier. With us developing the studios, Parafam Studios, we've got better than a dozen people already ready to go and ready to work for one, our clients, two, the paranormal teams that come on with Roku and sign up for Stellar. But if it was just Rob or myself or the two of us, oh my God, we would just be so overwhelmed with so much to do. It would be ridiculous. This is why we've got a team of over a dozen people and a dozen editors, along with a second studios company to help us, with this caseload. So we're already being preemptive when it comes to this, knowing that we're going to get flooded and we need to be able to deliver on our word. And that's really what it boils down to. Like Rob said, we don't want to promise that we're going to be putting your stuff on live, knowing that we could have these issues. We're gonna
Right.
we're gonna promise you what we know we can deliver, and it's just
Right.
that simple. We can deliver putting up pre-recorded content and editing it to the point where it follows the guidelines of Roku. But beyond
Right.
that and going lives, we can't promise that. So we're just doing what we know we can do for the community.
Yeah.
If
Maybe
later
eventually
something
one day
happens
that
that
can happen.
we can do that,
That's
then yeah, I mean it could someday. But right now, up front, we can't promise that, so we're not going to offer that.
And that's okay. That's okay that's how it is. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, you know that the editing process is going to happen and you're doing it for somebody and you want the channel to succeed. So it's not going to be a shitty edit. And so
Right.
they have to trust that it's going to be good because you want people to come and watch the content. You know what I mean? So that to me is an
Correct.
easy that's a no-brainer. If everybody hates editing, that's all you ever hear. I don't know how to do it. That's all you'll ever hear me say because I have not know the first.
Well, and let's keep in mind,
I don't even know how to edit
let's keep in
audio.
mind, Karen, that all this work that's got to be done. Keep in mind, when you sign up for Stellar, you don't pay us; it's for free.
Right, right.
So, what do you think we're doing in the background for all of the teams that sign up? We're working for them too, and we're
Oh
not seeing
yeah,
a dime for that. It's stuff that we're giving back to the paranormal community for free. So not only are we giving you the broadcasting, we're giving you that time, but we're also giving our services to making sure your video is edited properly and in quality enough to go out on Roku. I mean, that's pretty huge.
I want to see something. When I talk, does my thing? Oh my gosh, that's so cool! I figured out how to do this. This is what. This is so cool. How come it has my picture up there?
because you have it preloaded in. You can change that.
How? I didn't choose this option. This is so cool.
Check out Brian Horton.
I was
Dude,
like, you see Brian's photo?
I never even knew I could do this.
Brian's photo
Sorry.
is funny.
Sorry. See, I don't even know how to do that.
See, this is one of those features that we're going to have to use for Roku, honestly, because just like, for instance, me and Brian, and we vape. We can't vape on Roku. It's not allowed. So we have to cut our camera off. We can still have podcasts. We can still use our audio, but we can't let nobody see us vape. It's
That's
the little
crazy.
things like that that we have to pay attention to when it comes to Roku.
I get
Absolutely.
it. Yeah. It's definitely going to be a learning process. So before that happens, I'll have to practice like I'm really on Roku because for almost 6 years now, my show's maybe longer, but it's been whatever.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why we had the meeting we had with Parafam Family the other day, and that's what it was about. Was the guidelines for Roku, and I don't know if Eldon sent you a copy yet or not, but you will be getting a copy of it.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And pretty much we want to go ahead and start implementing it now. That way, by the time the Roku channel picks up, it's
Everybody
everyday
used
practice.
to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I said I know we need to talk because I want to make sure. And listen, Brian, you have a little Scully there. You see my big one back there?
Oh yeah, I see him back there on the couch.
I have to say Scully with a C because Dave Schrader's is Scully with a K. So he said he would allow me to call it Scully with a C. So but sorry.
I got Blue
Um
Ball and Pinky back there too.
so explain stellar events really quick for people that are watching that have teams that might be interested in signing up for stellar. Like you said it's 4 times a year.
Yeah, it's 4 times a year. You go to parafamentertainment.com, click the link for Stellar, and it'll carry you into the registration. You sign up for it or sign your team and your location up. We have a department that will verify with the location that you are booked for that location. And you go to that location, you investigate it, film it, edit it best you can, send it in to us, and we will do the final edits, put it on Roku, and then after that, we will give you 30 days of free streaming for your team to get your content out there on Roku. And after the 30 days is up, if you like what you see and you like the numbers that you're getting, then something can be worked out with Parafam Entertainment to keep you on the Roku channel. It's not just 30 days and quit. You can stay up there. Of course, there'll be a contract, but, you can stay up there. Just you have to follow the guidelines, just like everybody else.
Right. Right.
And it's not just the event of Oh, we're doing this for the locations, or some events. Oh, this is for the teams. No, this is for everybody. You're
Sorry,
showcasing your
had to
team.
get
You're
my
showcasing
energy drink.
yourself. You're showcasing your location. You're showcasing your own brand. I mean, and we're going to put you out there free of charge. It's a wonderful thing. I mean, it really is.
And I'm a managing assistant. So there.
Yeah. Remember-
That's right.
Don't
And
ask me yet. What?
another good thing about it too that we haven't got it developed yet, but it's in the processes. And this was another one of Brian Horton's ideas that me and Eldon has agreed to. Is in 2023, Stellar Paranormal Events is also going to be doing a regular event to where we purchase a location, for instance, St. Albans, and we sell tickets, and people get to come out and investigate with the Parafam family.
I'm excited about that.
I am too.
I am
Absolutely.
excited about that.
And you all know we already have St. Albans on the book
Yep.
for May.
Yes.
And that is going to be a Parafam family investigation that will be recorded for Roku. And we're just basically going to meet everybody in person, have a great time, and just cook, eat, investigate, chill, laugh, cut up. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Reiki sessions.
Yep.
Road trip.
I cannot wait.
I'm
I
looking
cannot
forward
wait.
to it.
It's in
Yeah,
my, it's
Rob-
in my book, it's
Brian
in my
had-
calendar.
Brian had to rub it in my face the other day.
You know,
that
you're
he was
looking-
over at St. Albans.
I'm excited.
You're looking at a lot of parafam, family there. PD Region's going to be there. I know that First Line Paranormal is going to be there. I believe Dedrick Hilton with Hoodoo Lounge is going to be there. Mackinville, we're going to be there. There's a lot of us going to be there.
Paranormal.
So that's
Paranormal
right.
Brew's
So
going to
there's
be
going to be a lot of us
there.
present for that.
Right. It's awesome.
And I've invited Rob from Get Honed to be there also if his schedule allows him.
Yeah. Yeah, they're very busy too, I think, so they've been doing a lot of work too, putting in a lot of work too, like us, and that's the thing. That's what I guess that's why I've always jived with Rob. Like me and Rob have always been on the same exact page with stuff. And I respect him in the field. I think he does a lot for people. You know what I mean? And so I'm glad that we are going to be collabing with them and everything. And I actually I signed up.
Karen, that was actually your fault, Karen. You have to take the claim for that because
Oh, really?
had not been for you, then Parafam would not have gotten in connection with Rob Statuitz.
Oh, you mean back
it was
back when we
because of
first
you,
started?
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. You and I had talked, and you suggested, hey, get a hold of Rob Statuitz, and what the heck. So I shot him a message, and it's just been history ever since.
Yeah.
So I'd have to blame you for that. Okay.
What was that? What was that? April, May, or something, or April? I don't even know how.
That was in June. That was in June.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, because Rob's always been one of them people that I trust him. Him and I have had some talks, and the things we've talked about have never gone anywhere. And for me, he'll always have my respect for that. So for me, it's like, he's honest, and he fits my aura jigsaw puzzle just like you guys do. So I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy they're aboard. I love the people that's on his team. You know what I mean? Like they're all great people. I get along with all of them. So I think this is a good thing. This is a great thing.
As far as the St. Albans Parafam Day goes, I got a couple surprises for y'all coming up that day too.
Awesome. I love
We're
surprises.
going to have a few guest investigators that's going to be joining us there.
Oh, nice.
Where at St. Albans?
Mm-hmm. And two of them, I can go ahead and tell you, is probably, I think me and Brian's got it worked out already. David Taylor and Christy Grissom from Our Haunted Lives.
Nice. They're going to be on the brew. We can talk about it then.
Yeah. And I am in works now of talking with Mike G from the Ray Chasers for joining us.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. They're good guys. They're awesome guys.
Had a great time with them this past weekend.
Yeah, they're great.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I've never investigated with them, but I know them from going to the events and everything, and I think they're awesome. They're really cool
yeah,
guys.
they're really good, especially when you get them on a private event like we're doing. Where we can actually go in there and be ourselves.
Right.
They not having to deal with
Mm-hmm.
300 people who paid money to see paranormal things. They get to come in and be themselves. These guys are
And just
they're
investigate.
amazing. Yeah.
And just investigate. You
If
know,
we
Yep.
catch something, we do. If we don't, we don't. We're gonna have fun either way.
true.
Yep.
You're gonna catch some at St. Albans.
You what?
You'll catch some at St. Albans, guaranteed.
I
Oh
can't wait.
yeah, that'd be great.
I can't wait for that. I'm like, yeah, I'm putting that in my book.
My son saw his first apparition down there this weekend.
Oh, cool.
Really, I see. I've never. Well, I don't know. I can't say I've never, but I don't think I've ever seen. I saw something strange when I was on vacation, but I don't think I've ever seen an apparition. I don't know what I saw. To be honest.
And Taryn, that last comment, he said, "I'm definitely going to find these guys on Roku."
Yeah.
Come January, if you would search Paranormal Family Channel, that is going to be the actual name of the Roku channel.
Paranormal. What?
Paranormal Family Channel.
Paranormal Family Channel. Awesome. That's awesome. I like that. Got a nice little ring to it.
Yep. PFC.
You could also have a cooking show on there too, as well.
Yeah.
Cook. Oh my gosh, you could cook up. You could show people.
Yeah, you guys be throwing down.
Yeah, you could we could have people on that make like ghost cakes and stuff like that. You know?
Well, it's just like, Brian's came out with an idea, and we are going to do this. Brian's wanting to build a Parafam cookbook. So what he's
Oh
going to
yeah,
do
we
is
were
reach
talking
out.
about that. Yeah,
He's going to
that
reach
would be
out to all the Parafam family members and get their favorite recipes that they do, put it all in this one little cookbook, and everybody in the family will have it where we can try each other's recipes and stuff.
Yeah, definitely got to put my taco soup recipe in there.
That sounds good. Wait, Eldon sent me the Parafam channel, but Paranormal Family channel thing. But again, I'm really bad. I don't know. Wait, let me see if I can figure it out to share it, I guess. Is that why?
I tell you what, Taryn, just share my screen.
Sorry.
Share my screen. I'll pull it up for you.
Tell me when. I'm always like, share screen. I'm like, wait, let me see what's on there first. People are like, what are you watching, Taryn? Nothing.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
That's funny. Spooks and Spices cookbook.
All right,
Yes,
so
who said that?
that's the
That's
Paranormal
what
Family.
Shira Rose said. That's funny.
I love it.
And then that's the Parafam Entertainment symbol.
Yes.
And then
Which
we
I got
have
on here.
Parafam Studios. All right. And then the one he's talking about, which is Paranormal Family Channel. Let me pull that one up really quick. I know I got it right here. Here it is.
I really wish there was more that I could do with Parafam than what I do. So
I wish there was more I could do with everything.
Just putting that out there.
Oh.
All right. And then it's going to be.
Oh, nice.
Why did it pop that one back up?
I love it. It's like all nice. You know what's crazy?
All right, there you go, right there. That's what it'll look like.
Nice.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I love it. I love everything about it.
Yep. Then we have, of course, if you want to show it, Taryn, the video that I'm actually working on, we can show what we got so far.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh.
I hope I got the sound on. and that's just a rough edit so far. I still got some stuff to do to it, but
That's cool.
just a little example of what we do at Parafam Studios. Matter of fact,
Karen, you're
today,
on mute.
yeah, you're on mute, turn.
That's so funny. I was over here talking. Okay, what I said was that looked like a place I'd want to investigate. Then I started laughing and said, "You all right over there, DG? You need a moment?" I didn't know if you were sneezing, so I said, "Bless you."
I had to blow my nose.
Can you believe I said all of that in those like 3 seconds I was muted?
See, it was unexplained. It was paranormal.
It's paranormal.
There you go.
Well, we have to have a meeting still. So, I would love to keep talking, but really quick, tell everybody where they can sign up for Parafam and Stellar. And I mean, every week it's up there and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But for our new watchers.
Well, one good thing that I love that me and Eldon and Brian has come up with is everything we have to offer is on one website.
Yep.
All you got to do is hit parafamentertainment.com and you can go into the studios, you can go into the entertainment, you can go into Stellar, you can even go into the family. So everything we do other than Backerville Paranormal and PD Region Paranormal is on that one channel. So hit parafamentertainment.com. You can go sign up for Stellar. You can purchase studio assets, video time, video editing. You can get broadcasts, commercials, everything on one website. It's just a one-stop shop for your paranormal needs.
I love it. And I love you guys.
Oh, we love you too.
Oh yeah.
Love you guys so much. And I'm ready to let's take this. I'm ready for the next steps and stuff. And I'm talking like I've been behind with the rag wiping the sweat off my forehead and doing all this shit. Because really, you guys have done everything and worked so hard. But I want to get more involved. So
Your enjoyment comes after the show.
that's been said a couple of times. Now I'm getting a little scared, but it's okay.
So I do have to say that McInville Paranormal is being featured in the second magazine in
yes.
4 months.
Yes.
So that's gonna be awesome.
Okay, well, the first, tell about the first one and then say the second one.
So the first one was Paranormal Underground magazine, and that came out. That's the August of 2022 edition, and the next one is Paranormal American Paranormal, I believe it is, and that's going to come out in, I think she said February. So I should be getting a rough draft of the article. I think she said the end of this month. So that's awesome. 4 months, 2 magazines.
That's amazing. That is such a good job. You guys are awesome, and I'm gonna buy them.
PD's gonna be in that magazine too, Donna. I don't know when, but it's on the way.
Cool.
Yeah, they done reached out to us. We just ain't set a date with it yet.
Yeah. She reached out, through the McInville website, and I answered her. She was like, "Hey, you guys been?" I was like, "Oh, cool."
That's so awesome. That's so awesome, and I'm so happy for you guys. I'm so proud of you guys. Like, I think it's amazing. I love seeing how successful, you guys, everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's just because we all just like when we're in this space, it's like we're all just so positive and so uplifting to each other and just so encouraging, and that's what I love so much. I mean, it's just I'm blessed to be a part of it.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'll tell you, especially being in a founder position as I am, seeing stuff go on that's going on, like Donna and them getting recognized by outside sources.
Yeah, it's great.
Seeing the
it's pretty
views
awesome.
you're getting with Paranormal Brew on all of the platforms, it makes me one proud individual to know that the 30 years I put into this field is paying off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, it looks
And
like
that's
you got
important.
invited to be on somebody's show tomorrow.
Yeah. I put it up.
Did you? Okay. Yeah, that one. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Now, how can you get it off? I can't get it off. There we go. Well, I have a cemetery to get to, guys.
Us- Well, you got an investigation?
Yeah, well, it's not really an investigation. We're going out there, but he's going to take us on a ride along. But he's taking us to the Mesa Cemetery.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
right.
we're
The
going to do
park.
a little investigation. I'm taking a new girl. Yeah, Eldon, I'm taking a new girl with us. Well, with me, Christina. So she's got some
Good
new
deal.
equipment. Since we don't have anything planned as far as investigation, I was like, hey, you want to go hang out at the cemetery? So she haven't been out with us yet. So this will be an experience for her too.
That's awesome.
Well, no wrecks tonight, Donna.
Huh?
Nope.
No wrecks
I
tonight.
know. Last time we went out with him, Taryn, we got rear-ended by a drunk driver.
Oh,
Keep it in the streets. Keep it in the streets.
Yeah,
oh,
we're sitting in the park ranger's truck at a light, waiting to turn, and this guy just plows into the back of us.
what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, at least you weren't trying to get McDonald's Happy Meal like me. Got hit and run.
Yeah. And any of you people that's watching, if you haven't, hit Parafam Entertainment's YouTube, give them a subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to Paranormal Brew and show the love, y'all. Show the love.
yeah,
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
definitely.
Also
Yeah.
check out our TikTok too. You might find some shenanigans from me and Rob this week. Never
Yeah.
know.
Parafam Entertainment has started a TikTok, and Terry and I will get you the info to log into that. That way you can help us with it because you know TikTok way better than I do.
Okay. We're live on TikTok too. So that's good. But I want to thank you guys for coming on. We have
Our
never
pleasure.
You're
meeting.
welcome. My pleasure.
It was an
And
honor.
I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this awesome, awesome family for sure.
You stuck now.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not I'm not going nowhere. Um, thanks guys. Tyron, great job. Hope to see you all tomorrow night. Definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all for tuning in to the
All right.
brew.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. We'll see you guys later.
All right. Bye.
Take care.
Hold on. Sorry.
He's got a bunch of end lives to hit.